Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about some of the breeding projects currently going on in my fish room. Some of them are intended and some of them were unintended. So let's go. So I figured that we'd start out today with the unintended. What you're seeing here is absolutely a problem. This is my son's glowfish tank. And as you can see, these two glow angels have paired off and laid eggs. While this isn't the first time that they've done so, this is the first time that they've begun to defend the eggs. I don't believe they see any of the other fish in this tank as a threat, so that's not really my biggest concern. My biggest concern is if they become successful, what do I do with the fry? And I'll be the first to admit that I wasn't really keen on glowfish in the first place. But he really wanted them. He promised me that he'd take care of them, which of course did not happen. The glow angels themselves are absolutely stunning. However, they're often too shy for me to ever photograph them. That's not the problem. The problem is that you are not allowed to sell or even give away glow angels, because glowfish are a patented, trademarked brand. While breeding them at home is not illegal, selling, trading, or even giving away their fry is. This is considered to be a violation of their intellectual property and brand. I'm conflicted here, so tell me what you would do. I'm definitely open to suggestion, and I wouldn't mind setting up a bigger tank for a bunch of glow angels. But this is definitely one of those unintended breeding projects. I even joked with the guy at the local fish store. I had them bring these two in for me because they were impossible to find at the time. It was around Valentine's Day, and apparently glow angel fish are a really good Valentine's Day present, so they were completely sold out everywhere. I even joked with the guy, don't pick out a male and a female because I don't want a breeding pair. He got kind of freaked out, and I said, don't worry about it. They're quarter size. There's no way to tell at this size. But sure enough, here we go. A breeding pair. So what do I do now? This is my second set of unintended breeding projects. About a month ago, I discovered that my pearl cichlids had successfully bred, and now I had hundreds upon hundreds of tiny fry. I was faced with a decision, and I decided to pull the fry and to raise them up, along with removing the male to prevent future breeding. Pearl cichlids are a very large fish, and I realized that moving such a large fish is going to be hard. However, these guys are absolutely stunning, and quite honestly, I don't see why they're not more popular in the hobby. And I know that I'm not going to make much of anything on them, but I don't care. These guys are little nut jobs. I love it that every time I walk by the tank, they all swarm to me in a huge little cluster, demanding to be fed. I mean, come on, look at those mugs. What's not to love here? And luckily for me, I have hundreds and hundreds of gallons of tanks sitting in the garage, just waiting for them when they get big enough, as I gradually graduate them into newer and larger tanks. Now let's move on to some intended breeding. I'm a huge Tanganyikan cichlid fan, and one of my all-time favorites are these little guys right here, the Neolampologus catoplantatus. I know a lot of people breed the Maltese, but in my opinion, these are way cooler. And as you can see here, I have multiple generations. And every time I sell these guys, it's like a little dagger to my heart because they are such an awesome fish. But at the same time, I know that more are coming down the pipeline. And the second fish in here that I'm currently trying to breed are the Gelidochromis marlieri, which you can see with those little black checkered patterns. Now these guys have been a little bit harder to breed, but when you see their full-size adult parents, you'll see why I love them so much. Just a very stunning fish, and they also have a very cool personality. You'll tend to see them swimming with their heads down and their tails all the way up in the air, like the goofballs they are. Neither one of these fish are terribly hard to move. And now for my next intended breeding. These angels have been trying and trying forever, and I've purposely not pulled any fry. However, I recently had a change of heart and decided that Maybe the world could use some more assorted angels. So I'm currently growing these guys out in a floating breeder box on the top of the tank. I like these floating breeder boxes because it makes fry care very simple. After feeding, I flush out the water and add new clean water. Try to give them some structure because they tend to gravitate towards it. And all in all, it just makes it so much easier. I don't like the aeration provided with this particular box, so I tend to just add a small air stone in the corner, and that typically suffices. I found that the female does a very good job of laying the eggs. However, the male tends to not fertilize enough of them, and I generally only get about, I would say, 30 to 50 regulars. We'll raise these guys out, see how they look, and that will most likely determine what I do with any future fry. And I know there's a lot of purists out there who say that you shouldn't mix angels like this, and I don't disagree with that. I breed a lot of electric blue acaras. This is one of those fish that's super easy to raise up. They breed constantly, and they produce many fry. I have multiple groups of them. They're very easy to move, and you can see why. They're stunning. I have a mixed Mbuna tank, and it produces many fry. However, these are fish that I cannot sell, primarily for two reasons. Number one, good luck catching them. And number two, there's no way of determining whether or not their lineage is pure. A fish may phenotypically look a certain way, which is their outside appearance. However, there is no way of genotypically knowing what their actual lineage is. Therefore, these little guys are just for me. I currently have several other breeding groups in my fish room right now. I'm working on different strains of polar parrots, trying to perfect the white ones with that crazy, almost electric blue coloration. So please stay tuned for more updates. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Until next time.